Are you being emotionally manipulated without even realizing it? Well, let's break this all the way down so you know how to deal with it. Because I guarantee if you're out here dating, you're going to have to deal with it.
All I need for a beat is a bongo, and all that she can get from me is a combo. She love the fact that I'm the boss, head honcho, and I'm all about my bread, need it pronto.
Hi, my name is P-Lotus, and this is my music channel where I also share tips for single men to help you navigate this crazy world of modern dating. Today, we're going to break down modern manipulation tactics and how to stay one step ahead. Matter of fact, 10 steps ahead. So I'm going to start off with giving you some examples of what different manipulation tactics are common. And also, I'm going to give you strategies on how you can overcome them or even avoid them in the first place. The first one is gaslighting. Gaslighting is when your partner denies events that you know that happened. They'll say things like, you're overreacting, or that didn't happen, or you're just being sensitive. This will make you question your memory or even your perception. The strategy for this is keep a journal or keep notes or just keep a record of different conversations, different feelings that you have, different things that happen and how they happen. That way, if you're in a situation to where someone's trying to deny something that you know for a fact was reality, you'll be able to look back and know that you actually have evidence of what you saw. Because I'm telling you, gaslighting is a major tactic because it really makes you question your own reality. Guilt tripping. That's when your partner says, oh, if you really love me, you would do this or you would do that, or just making you feel like you're responsible for them being unhappy. Don't never let someone make you feel responsible for their happiness, because that's one thing you need to evaluate before you get into a relationship is this person happy with themselves? Because if someone isn't happy with themselves, they're always going to find a way to put the blame on you and give you the responsibility of making them happy, when that shouldn't be the case. A relationship should be two happy people coming together and there's happiness automatically. Strategy is acknowledge their needs without accepting blame. Use assertive language like, I understand you're upset, but I can't compromise my needs to make you happy. And if you get a bad reaction, then that is basically telling you you need to walk away. Love bombing. This is when she gives you excessive attention, excessive gifts, excessive praise, all in the beginning of the relationship, or even just sharing so much information about herself that just makes you feel indebted. And when you feel indebted, that is a manipulation tactic, because what she's trying to do is make you feel like you're invested into the relationship just to kind of lock you in. So keep your distance. Don't let someone pull you into something too quick to the point like you can't look back. Or that's how you end up falling in love, because you fell for the manipulation tactic. You should never fall in love. It's okay to love somebody, but you should never fall in love. So don't fall for the love bombing. The strategy to prevent love bombing, or to at least recognize it, is control the pace of the relationship. Make sure that it's slow and steady. Keep control of the pace. If you feel like she is trying to force the pace or move it faster than how you want to move it, recognize that that could be leading you to problems. Because if things happen too fast in the front, then that means that there wasn't the right foundation set up in the beginning to even have a healthy relationship. So don't be blinded by all the love bombing in the beginning. Build a solid foundation to actually have a stable relationship. Set boundaries and observe if that behavior continues even after you've set those boundaries. Silent treatment is another manipulation tactic. If she cuts off communication and doesn't want to talk to you about an issue, but you see that there's an issue, or you know there's an issue, or you might even be the one who brought up the issue, but she refuses to communicate, and it makes you feel desperate or it makes you feel anxious, those emotions that you feel are not healthy. And that's a manipulation tactic. No one should ever make you feel anxious or desperate to find a way to talk to them. If someone really cares about you and you're in a relationship, they should make it easy to communicate. And especially if they have an issue, they should be able to communicate that with you and kind of let you know what their problem is and how you can even solve it. They should let you know like how to love them, and they should be able to communicate what's really going on. If someone just shuts off communication and doesn't speak to you, that's a red flag. You need to understand that is a person who does not have emotional maturity, and you should not be in a serious relationship with that person. So the strategy, first, you have to recognize that it's a manipulation tactic. When they cut off communication, you're going to be tempted to try to talk, try to figure it out, but you can't do that. Maintain your composure and focus on your own well-being. Focus on your own mental health. Focus on your own peace. And whenever they decide that they're willing to communicate, that's when you can address the issue. But no sooner than they are willing to open up. Don't waste your energy or don't get emotionally tied up into a situation with someone who doesn't even want to talk about it. Another manipulation tactic is triangulation. Triangulation is when your partner uses someone like an ex or even a friend to make you feel jealous or insecure. They will say things like, this person makes me feel like this, or this person is funny, or even they might even talk bad about another person. But it's all just a way to stir up your emotions and get you emotionally invested and to make you feel like you have something to prove, or to put you in some type of competitive mind state with someone else, and it only makes you go harder for them. So they will literally use another person to make you jealous just so you will work harder to earn their affection. Don't fall for it. Communicate with your partner directly about how it makes you feel and set clear boundaries about what you will not tolerate. So if you will not tolerate her having any type of male friends or entertaining any type of guys that like her or used to like her, then that's the boundary you set. And if she has a problem with that, understand that she's trying to manipulate you. Relationships are all about mutual respect. So if there's no mutual respect there, like if she doesn't have respect for you, there can be no love. These are the strategies to help you counteract or avoid emotional manipulation. Build self-awareness. Recognize your emotions and triggers. When you notice unusual feelings of guilt, doubt, or fear, or even jealousy, step back and assess those feelings. Assess the situation objectively, like from a person on the outside looking in, because what a person that's manipulating you will do will tie you up so much into the emotions of the situation, of the relationship, to where you can't even think clearly. You can't think objectively. So always think objectively, like think like a person outside of the relationship that's looking at the relationship instead of someone who's in the relationship. Set firm boundaries. Be very clear about what you will and will not tolerate. Because if you don't set the boundaries, then you can't blame someone for crossing a boundary. They can't be at fault for crossing a boundary that you never set. So if you won't tolerate disrespect, you won't tolerate dishonesty, you need to make that known and you need to be clear about that. Communicate your boundaries with confidence, and you got to make sure you enforce them on a regular basis, daily. Strengthen your support systems. Maintain close relationships with your friends and family that can offer you perspective and give you good advice, and they can give you an objective outlook on your relationship and be able to help you avoid the trauma that you could be going through if you're dealing with the wrong person. Practice assertive communication. So use I statements to express your feelings and how you feel. You should be able to express your feelings without being defensive. For example, you can say, I feel disrespected when you ignore my concerns. And lastly, I gotta say, seek professional guidance, because there are people out here who are trained in the profession of like helping people deal with trauma. If you've ever dealt with an emotionally manipulative person, they have places and people that can help you through that. A professional can help you build emotional resilience. What I can do is provide tips, and mainly I'm trying to help you avoid these situations. I want you to avoid being in a situation where you need to seek out therapy. But I'm telling you, if you've already dealt with these type of situations, or you continue to attract these type of people who are toxic to your life, or they manipulate you time and time again, then you may need to seek some professional guidance in order to kind of undo some of that trauma and unpack the reasons, the real deep rooted reasons why you keep attracting those kind of people. By understanding these tactics and the strategies to overcome them, it can actually help you build resilience, and also you can find ways to build healthy relationships with healthy people.
Oh, yes. My